Greetings, my fellow Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac warriors. So I'm making this video to answer, in my opinion, when and why I think that IPO will be soon. IPO of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So after 17 years of conservatorship, company finally have the conditions and everything is ready for uplisting and to release from conservatorship. You have probably heard presentation by Bill Ackman. If you didn't, go on a Bill Ackman on a Twitter, find him, and you will find a presentation he had a couple of days ago. So you don't need to scroll long and far away. Over there he presented, but I would like to add something to that is more speculative than he was ready to say. So as you've seen and as you know, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have the enough capital for removal from conservatorship. Why we know that? It's kind of simple calculations. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, I don't capture me for the exact numbers, but you can see it. The balance sheet, the total balance sheet is something like around $4 trillion, and they have around 120 billion in reserves. So that is around 2.5%. So we are more than 2.5%. That is number one. Freddie Mac is very close to that, and by a HIRA requirement, which was like actually changed recently. So it was like 4%, and they decreased to 2.5%. That as they changed from 4 to 2.5, so they can change it so easy, basically with one letter and one paper, to 2% or to 1% or whatever number they decide. Before 2008, that requirement was, I think, 0.4%, and that is very low, but 4% is unrealistically high, and we can, so as I said, like if they decrease from 4% to 2.5%, like this, they can change and move to the 2%. So that will be another requirement is senior preferred shares. And as we know, and as also Bill Ackman stated in his presentation, and that those shares, what happened actually with that, and why you will see why it is can be done. Those shares, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac borrow, because it was not insolvent, it was like illiquid, it didn't have the money and cash in the moment in 2008, and it was not profitable. It was everything was good, but it didn't have enough liquidity, so the government jumped in, gave them in total $120 billion, but they didn't need that money that much. Everything could be done, but they gave them, and based on that they created senior preferred shares and warrants. Senior preferred shares, as in their requirements, they had that until their return, they need to, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac needs to pay 10% from the borrowed, and based on that also was created warrants, like 80% against our shares actually. So what happened was Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in next couple of years returned to the treasury in total $330 billion. Don't capture me for the exact numbers, but it is around that. And in case that they borrow $120 billion with 10% interest, it was needed to be around $300 billion. So we paid in excess $30 billion, maybe 25 or 30. $5 billion more or less, it's around there, but we paid more than we own. So all of those payments were recorded by the Treasury and FHFA, and they are recorded. They have it on the paper. So basically, only what is needed that Treasury acknowledge that is paid off. So that is number one. Number two, why it is very important. Like on October 13th, Pulte posted disclosures about risk, and that is one of the requirements for IPO and to uplist the shares and for S1. So in every aspect, those disclosures are mandatory. There was a panic on the market. Some people sold. Stock fell down from 16 to below because the market didn't evaluate that as a positive signal, but it is a positive signal as much as it can be. That means that everything is ready for IPO, everything is ready for uplisting, everything is ready for S1. 45 days. So up to now, from today, we have 9 more days. So it is conveniently and surprisingly right before the Thanksgiving. Coincidence? Maybe. I like conspiracies, so yes, it is. It is. So what is next? After that, Pulte had an interview with PBD. No, PDB. I mixed with protein database. PBD. He had, and over there he was bullish. Over there he said very positive things about the company. But if the company is in IPO silence, as we think it is, because risk disclosure, IPO silence, IPO, or uplisting, whatever it is, but risk disclosure, silence, release from conservatorship. And here he was bullish for the company. He sounded too optimistic, and for that he was it is forbidden. He must be in IPO silence because he's on a board of directors, so he cannot say what he said. And last 7 or 10 days, he didn't post anything on Twitter. That his silence is direct proof that we are in IPO silence. If we are in IPO silence, 45 days just before Thanksgiving is the date. And if he can be silent and he has to be silent, we don't have to. And we can evaluate his silence as IPO silence. Because why wouldn't he post something? Why he wouldn't say something? You want to say that Pulte don't have what to say? That Pulte is, quiet. He's quiet even for that Letitia. What was her name? Like he is silent because he broke it. He was not supposed to do it. Now he's overcompensating. So he said, okay, I'm not touching it. Everything is ready, everything is done, let it be what it can be. So that his silence, that is right now, is actually a real proof for IPO. If it is IPO silence, 45 days, that means 9 days more, we're out. So, and when we are out, sky is the limit, buddies. When we are out, the realistically price of the share is much, 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 much more higher than it is now. So we're on a good track, my fellow Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac warriors.